Welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to ask you a question. What does silence mean to you? How do you interpret silence in, in comparison to noise? What does noise mean to you? So I was going through all of these questions in my head, um, and I decided to express it in the form of a painting. Today I'm inspired to speak about this topic based on one of my favorite paintings. It's called Silence, and it's right behind me if you have a look at it. Um, when I painted Silence, I had no no emotion, no concept, no preconceived notions in my head. I just had the canvas in front of me, and the first thing I painted was the mountain and a little bit of the background, just to get moving. That's how sometimes we progress with our artwork as artists. Um, and while I was painting, when I looked at the mountain, the first impression that came in my mind when I thought of when I thought of the painting in terms of silence was the movie The Last Samurai. I don't know why, it just came to me. And I surely that movie had a great impact on me when I watched it, I don't know, a decade ago. But that's how important it was. But of course, it stayed in the recesses of my mind. And I put it away, I tucked it away, and it's come out now. So while I was painting it, I was going through the emotions, I was going through the journey of the character played by Tom Cruise. The his his transition, the transition of his soul. That's what the movie was about to me. I interpreted it that way. He began as a restless soul. He began not knowing where he's going, what he's doing, but he was just restless. But destiny took over. Destiny took hold of his journey, because I think his soul had a greater purpose. And when the soul has a purpose higher than um, what the soul is even aware of, I feel, then the divine intervenes, and you are on a different trajectory then, and a series of events just unfold in front of you. But to get to that point where you want to fulfill your purpose, you have to bring about a certain level of peace to the soul, and for that the soul has to transition from a state of being comfortable with the noise, saying goodbye to it, and embodying silence. And I think this is what the movie did to me. This is what the movie made me feel when I analyze. So while I was painting, I was analyzing all these emotions. At that time, yes, I analyzed everything. It sat in my subconscious somewhere, and life goes on. While I was painting this, when I was painting the background, the trees, if you look at it, the trees, the cherry blossom trees, were seasonal. I wanted to bring about a brightness to it at the same time, because the trees, the redness of it, the brightness of it is the noise. And yet my samurai is standing over there looking back at his home. To me, I envision that as his home, probably with a sense of nostalgia, probably looking at it one last time before he is going into battle. Probably he has come from battle and he's looking at at his home with a longing, with a sense of serenity, that I'm going to meet my family or my loved ones, whatever it is that he was going through. So that's for you to interpret. But for me, he is looking back at his home with a sense of longing. He has his swords. The swords, I put the swords, it's like the two of swords energy. So to me, the swords were like, he's carrying a lot of weight on his shoulders. He's carrying a lot of memories from his past battles, maybe from his past experiences, from all the noise probably that he has battled, not externally, maybe within himself. So that was the significance of the swords. He is carrying that. At the same time, he's embodying silence because he's a lone figure. He's standing there. It There is a serenity to this painting as well. At the same time, the he's on a path. There is a lake, and it's very soft. The colors are very soft. So to balance noise and silence, it had to be contrasting in my mind. And that's why I painted these colors. And when I painted the samurai the last. To me, he's a samurai. He could be anything. He could be a warrior to you. He could be just a figure standing over there. To me, I thought of him as the samurai. And I painted him last. That's when I was processing the entire journey of Tom Cruise in my head. How he started um, being restless, being unhappy, being wallowing in his misery, drinking away, and destiny takes over, and he is put in a battlefield where he's ready to. He was ready. He said, "Okay, I'm done. Take my life." And that's when the hand of God picked him up and put him in a place. He was forced, divinely forced, and placed in a position where he had to silence the noise because he had a lot of noises in his head. And it was done in the most a, a divine way. I mean, only the divine can do something like that. He has taken the life of a man and he is placed in the family where this was the head of the family, and that same family, the character played by Taka, she and her children nurture him back to health, nurture his injuries, and not once do they make him feel that what you did was something really evil and there is no forgiveness in our heart for you. But no, that was not the case. There was so much um, love, understanding, forgiveness, all the good emotions, and it's due to their discipline or upbringing or whatever it is. They The light was so bright that because of that light, he transitioned. He became a warrior, not for war, not for a battlefield, but he became a warrior of the souls. That's how I interpreted it. Even Katsumoto, I look at him, the character he played, I look at him as a mentor. So that's the divine saying that, okay, we are placing a mentor who is going to guide you in this journey, in this harsh journey, where you're going to refine yourself, where you're going to refine your soul, where you're going to redeem your soul. And nobody is punishing, nobody is put you in a place that you have sinned, so you have to redeem your soul. No, he did it to himself. He was drinking away, he was unhappy, he was miserable, he was in a prison of his own making, wanting redemption for his soul. Therefore, all these incidences, therefore, all this journey that he embarked on, that he was placed in, he went through it, he came out on the other side a better, not a better soul. His soul was good. He came out on the other side, being his true self, which was a protector, a warrior of the soul, in the sense that he was the last one standing. He was the last samurai standing, and it was his that was his purpose, to protect the others who helped him see the light. That's how I thought of the movie, and I was thinking of all of this while I was painting this while I was painting silence, and I was thinking in such a deeper way. I don't know if you've seen the movie, whoever's seen this movie. I don't know how you interpreted it. Was it emotional for you? Was it just a movie, or was it just to look at Tom Cruise? It's Tom Cruise. Everybody loves Tom Cruise. I love him too. But I don't know how you interpreted this movie, but I surely interpreted it that way and stored this data in my subconscious. And I feel that happened because my soul had already identified this journey over a decade ago. And after a decade, it decided to put it. express it, put it in a form that is going to be seen by hundreds, thousands, millions, I don't know, or maybe just 10. Whatever is the destiny of this painting, it will be fulfilled. It is a beautiful movie. I think whoever has seen it, if not, please have a look at this movie. It's just see this movie, and you will know what I'm talking about when I uh, painted this, and how I express the emotions of this painting in connection with the movie. Maybe it will connect. Maybe whoever's looking at this painting might say, yeah, okay, maybe there is a certain semblance of what she's talking about, her samurai and the last samurai. I hope it makes sense to you. If you if it does make sense, share this channel, share this video to whoever who, you think needs to hear this message at the moment. And honestly, I want to thank anyone who's been with me on this journey with my art. Thank you for staying tuned today.